Well, I just returned from the Values Voter Conference in Washington, D.C. And of course, we had opportunity to see a lot of the people running for president on the Republican side of the ledger, and had opportunity to hear a number of very gifted and talented speakers. One of the most informative meetings that we had was one with representatives of the Heritage Foundation. The Heritage Foundation is probably America's premier conservative think tank. And they came up with a very interesting document called Saving the American Dream. And it has to do with our economic situation in this country. Individuals at the Heritage Foundation have determined that on our current path, the U.S. economy simply cannot be sustained. And that in fact, by the year 2035, our nation will be essentially more broke than the country of Greece is at current situation. So what they've proposed is a radical plan for changing the U.S. economy. It's called Saving the American Dream. In this, they recommend changes in the tax code. They recommend changes in how we do government as far as entitlements are concerned. They recommend changes in all kinds of areas of the economy. And according to them, if we will do this as a nation, within 10 years, we can turn things around economically. Within 10 years, the U.S. can actually have a budget surplus. Now, I know that may sound like too good to be true, but you have to realize these are very drastic changes that we would have to make in the way we tax, in the way we spend, and what government is able to do for the citizens. When you come to this point about what is the government there to provide for citizens, I think we have to examine what the original intent of our government was in the first place. In other words, is it a proper role of government to provide health care for all citizens? Is health care a right? And I think when it's all said and done, we have to really re-examine that. And that's what Gary Bauer talked about. Gary Bauer is one of the premier statesmen in our country. And what he said was this. He said, when you look at the original intent of the Founding Fathers, they never intended the United States of America to become like France, to become like Europe, to become some sort of democratic, socialist kind of country where the government taxes at a very high level, regulates almost everything about your life, and creates a country in which individual initiative and individual responsibility are pretty much stifled or handed over to the government. And that really was the theme of this conference. It was not just saving the American dream, but saving America.